guys, how you doing? Today is Friday, January 8th. How you doing? I just need to start this video off with some sad news. My Nana passed away last Saturday on the 2nd. And yeah, you guys would have met her in the video that the kids and I have from the summer when we went to Halifax and then we went to Toronto. I did a little video of her and she was talking about her pet Piggy. Yeah, she was 102. She died at home and the coroner said that her heart just stopped. So she wasn't in any pain or anything like that. But yeah, because there was nothing wrong with her other than the fact that she was 102 and she was getting really old. I spoke to her, the last time we spoke was on her birthday. Dad FaceTimed me because, well, Nana wouldn't have had a computer or anything and she didn't truly understand FaceTime. Dad would take his phone down and he'd FaceTime so I could see her, and she would describe to me what she looked like because she could see me on the screen, but she didn't realize that I could see her. She didn't get that. She knew we had moved. I don't know if she ever truly understood where Bermuda was. She just knew we were far away, and I think she understood that we had moved out here and where we were, like we were out on the West Coast. So yeah, so it's sad. I mean, it's just so strange that she's not here. I mean, she's just always been here. But what was good was that she never had to go into a home. She never wanted to be in a home. Not that there's anything wrong with someone in a home, but that's just not what she wanted. She always wanted to be in her own house, and she never got sick. She was never in a hospital. She was a stubborn old lady, so trying to even get her out the door to get to a hospital would have been hard. Dad said, I don't think, except for a couple incidents, like back, I think when I was Kerrigan's age, she was mowing the lawn and a piece of wire from their fence went in one side of her foot and out the other, and she just yanked it out. But they took her to the hospital and she had to get a couple stitches, I think. And then a couple years ago, she just cut her leg pretty bad. But other than that, Dad said she hadn't been in a hospital for 65 years. I think the last time she was there was probably giving birth to my uncle or something. But yeah, so she was a tough old lady. It was Mom's mom, so it was hard that when she was 97, that's when we lost Mom. So almost, well, it'll be 6 years ago this coming June. So that was hard, and she lost her own mom when she was 4, and she lost my mom's brother and sister. Mom's sister was 15 and her brother was 9 when they died. So that was really hard on her, hard on the whole family, hard on my mom, and but it was hard on her, and then to have lost Mom when she was 97 was hard. But her brother and sister died of Mom's brother and sister died of Wilson's disease. And if you saw our video when the kids and I went to Toronto this summer, we walked by sick kids and I mentioned Wilson's disease because Annette and I and Mom were all tested for it. And but yeah, so her funeral is Monday, which of course it's the 11th. And the significance that I have to that is my mom passed away on June 11th. So just the 11th, there's just always something crazy that happens on the 11th for us, it seems. So her funeral is scheduled for Monday. I'm not flying home for it, and Scott and the kids aren't coming. We're just not going home because she didn't want to wake. She didn't want people standing around looking at her, and she didn't want to have a reception or anything. She didn't want anybody standing around eating sandwiches that she couldn't have. So, so there's just a mass. I think there might be a little reception afterwards, but she wouldn't be happy about it. But yeah, there's just a mass, and Dad said it's 3,000 miles to fly for 45 minutes. So, and yes, it is my grandmother, but I feel good that every time I said goodbye to her, like in the summer when I said goodbye to her, I always said goodbye and I always told her I loved her because, you know, at 102, you never know if you're going to see her again, and it's true of anybody. You never know if you're going to see somebody again. So always give a hug and give a good goodbye. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really stuffed up. I haven't been taking my allergy pills lately. So yeah, so that's sad news from our family. Not the best way to start off a new year, but she went the way she wanted to go. She wanted to be home, and so yeah, so she got her wish, and she's up there with Mom. I'm sure she's driving her crazy. But anyway, so and I also got I don't know how to segue into the next topic, so I'll just do it. I got some cards from you guys. I got this one. This is from Portland, Oregon, and this is from Lori, and she's welcoming us to the Pacific Northwest, and she's actually a graphic designer, but she said that she's enjoying my Red Cardinal Crafts videos on YouTube and stumbled across my address change info, and she said, welcome to the Pacific Northwest. I live about 4 hours south of you in Portland, Oregon, where I work as a carpenter. That would be so cool. I just said to the kids about 2 weeks ago that I would love to be a carpenter. I would totally do, I mean, I wouldn't want to work outside when it's cold, but I would love to work as a carpenter or work construction, like something like that, like to build something. That would just, I'd love to do. I should really go do like a trade school or something and learn how to do that. I really should, because this graphic design thing is tricky, because when I went to college, like I told the kids today, the internet didn't exist when I went to college. They were like, what? They're like, I thought it came out in the 60s. I'm like, no, there wasn't even like home computers in the 60s. Like, they just don't get it. Like, they don't understand that life was not always like this. But she said she started working as a graphic designer and production artist in 2000. So that's really cool. She talked about my video. It's a letter. That's why I'm kind of breaking it down. She said the video about the art gallery hit home pretty hard for her. And she said she never had the guts to submit her stuff for review. But walking around with the portfolio, I remember doing that. Oh my God, it's hard. But she said, here's my 2 cents, paint anyway. So thank you for that. My watercolors, if you do want to see them, look at my home tour that I've done on this channel. And they're hanging in my bathroom. They weren't good enough for the gallery, but I got them in my bathroom. This just threw me because I just saw this folded over. She said, P.S. We need more Canadians from Bermuda. Welcome, and hope you and your family can stay. So thank you for that. Very sweet. I'm loving the Pacific Northwest. I'm a little cold today. I got my sweatshirt on, but it's good. And then this one is from Miss Maureen over there in Scotland. She's cross-stitched me a little reindeer there with his skates on and his red nose. Very cute. I'm going to put that in my little Christmas tree next year because it's a crafty item. And speaking of that, Miss Phyllis, she wants to be on my Christmas tree. She sent me a note and she said, I was really enjoying your Christmas tree with the homemade ornaments, so I thought I want to be on the tree. So yes, Miss Phyllis, you will be on my tree. She cross-stitched this little Mickey. Isn't that cute? And it's very similar to a tag that Mariel had on our Christmas gifts this year, because I was cleaning up around the tree and the tag had fallen under the tree and I was like, oh my God. And I was, for a split second, thought it was your cross stitch. I'm like, well, no, that wouldn't be under the tree because it was on my desk so I could do this video about it. But yes, you will make it onto my tree next year, Miss Phyllis. Adorable. She had to get out her cheater glasses. I've been working on my Harry Potter because I had started my Harry Potter cross stitch. I got it from Cloud's Factory on Etsy, and this is what I had done so far. It's a really cute pattern. Check it out on Cloud's Factory. It's like a parody of it, but this is what I had done so far. But what bothered me was I didn't have gold floss at the time. So I was like, oh, I'll just use like a gold and yellow. I'm sure it's the same, but it's not. It's actually gold, like it's metallic thread, which I don't totally enjoy working with. It's the first time I've ever done it, but I have just the golden snitch and the brooms done so far on my new one. I have it on my dining room table because, well, I had it in the family room. I was working on it the other day watching TV. So I just moved it in there on the dining room table. So I might leave that up on my dining room table so I can keep working at it. But I think it was either Maureen or Megan, and you said, because I said I didn't use the right thread and I don't know if that's going to drive me crazy, and you both said start over again because it's going to drive you nuts. And I'm glad I did. So I bought some new linen at just at Michael's the other day. Oh my god, I am so stuffed up right now. So I'm working on crafts that I'm going to film for an upcoming video, and there's a lot I have to make before I do that video. So I was just FaceTiming Dad. He was ironing and I was gluing things together, and I have to do some drawings. But today is Field Trip Friday. I need to take you guys somewhere and show you the Pacific Northwest. I don't know where I'm going. I think I just have to go to Home Goods and buy a lamp. We don't have a lamp in our living room because ever since the Christmas tree came down, there went our light. So I need to buy a lamp. And I do want to go to Ikea, but the problem is Ikea's, it's like a half an hour away and there's parking issues, and you need to be in the mood to go to Ikea. And strangely enough, I'm not in the mood today because I'm in a work mode and I'm trying to get some stuff done. But I will take you guys to Ikea with me someday. I'm just a little nervous because Bermuda, I just felt I could film and just do whatever. But here it's like, I don't know if I'm going to get yelled at by people. So I don't know. I moved my Mickey clock. I had a Mickey clock. He's over here now because now I can see him. It's almost 10:30. But I put my It's All Good frame up there. And yeah, I've got a little bit of a mess in my room. I've got stuff on the floor behind me that needs to be sewn or hemmed. A couple things of Scott. I bought him some Adidas pants. I got him an Adidas tracksuit for Christmas because he said he was never allowed to own one when he was a kid. I think he bought one and had to return it or something. So I was like, oh, that's sad. So I bought him a tracksuit for Christmas, the kids and I. And but we have short legs in our family, so I have to hem the legs of the pants. And then I have to, Kerrigan has a hole in her stretchy pants, so I gotta sew those. And there's something else there. Somebody else added something to the pile of things I have to stitch. Oh, it's another pair of Scott's track pants that we bought him for Christmas. We bought him track pants, and then he said, I've always wanted an Adidas tracksuit, so we got him one. Anyway. So that's about it. There's not much. I joined Weight Watchers yesterday. Very proud of myself for doing so. I joined Weight Watchers in 2009 when we lived in Florida. And you kind of reach a point where you're like, I've had enough. I need to lose weight. My boiling point that I got to in 2009 was the year we took a cruise. And Mariel and I were talking about this yesterday. And we took a family cruise with Mom and Dad and Net and those guys. And I did a rock climbing wall adventure on the ship. And I had shorts and a t-shirt. And I was like, oh, I should change into my stretchy pants because they would cover me a little bit more. Well, what you don't realize if you've never rock climbed before is there's a lot of straps involved that go around you so you don't, die on the rock wall. So there's like the straps that go around your waist and through your legs and stuff. But what happens is it goes under your bum. Well, when you're up on a rock wall and you don't realize your family's taking pictures of you from certain angles, you get the photos back, like when you check them on your camera. And what happens if you're a person of my size and you're in stretchy pants and you're hanging about 50 feet in the air, with straps around your bum, it creates quadra ass. So I had 4 parts of my butt oozing through straps, and it was not attractive. So when we got back from the cruise, about a month or 2 later, I joined Weight Watchers. Yeah, that was my before photo. So I did good with it, and I lost 30 pounds, and Scott didn't join, but he jumped on board with me, and he lost 30 pounds too. Then fast forward, we moved to Bermuda after Mom passed away. I was sad, obviously, and we lived in the hotel for 2.5 months. And when you live in a hotel for 2.5 months and you don't have your own kitchen, you're eating hotel food and you're eating buffet breakfast every day. And I wasn't walking anywhere because we were new to Bermuda, and I was like, where in the hell are the sidewalks? And the kids and I were hanging out at the beach, and it was a huge vacation for us. So the weight came back on. Well, yeah, so that was frustrating. And the point I got to now is I just want to feel better. I don't know. I just had a snack. I have carrot in my teeth, sorry. So I just want to feel better. I don't want to just constantly be doing this and tugging at my clothes. I want my health to improve. My knees are shot, like my knees are just bad. And I remember when I lost weight in Florida, my knees got better, and I didn't really notice it until we moved here, and we have 2 stories, and I'm going up and down the stairs, and I'm like, oh, sweet Lord. I have the energy to go up and down the stairs, but my knees are like, yeah, I'm not having this. So my knees are hurting a little bit when I do stuff like that. So I got to get the weight off. Simple as that. So I walked into Weight Watchers yesterday. 3 women were sitting there, and they were like, are you new? And I said, yes, I am. And they introduced themselves, and they were lovely, and the leader is a sweetheart. Some people might not like the idea that you have to go to the meetings. That's what works for me. I have to be accountable. I have to know that at the end of the week, I need to go stand in front of people and be weighed, and it's printed out on a little sticker, and they're going to put it in your book. I need that because I can't do it from home, and I can't do it online. I tried to do the Weight Watchers online when we moved to Bermuda. Sorry, I just spilled glue everywhere. And that just didn't work for me. I need the meetings. I need to go, and yes, they're talking about exercising and eating healthy. It's not rocket science. We all know what we need to do, but sometimes you just need a kick in the pants. A kick in the stretchy pants with the quadra ass. So I love that I signed up. And of course, Oprah's on board with the whole thing. And yes, she's making a ton of money. Mariel and I were talking about that. The woman's, she's making money from it. But you know what? I didn't join because of Oprah. I joined because I need to do this. I need to be healthier. I want to have more energy. I don't want to be tired all the time. And especially living out here, it's way too easy to get junk food. Like Bermuda, we had KFC, and we'd go maybe, the first 3 years we lived there, we had only been there once. But here, I could be in 7 different drive-thrus in the next 7 minutes. Like it's way too convenient. And I got on my little McDonald's kick when we moved out here. And not that I can ever have McDonald's again, but at least I'm like, oh wow, like it's not that healthy for you. Although I still love it. But it's just something I needed to do, and we're getting out and we're walking more. It's beautiful. There's a lake nearby, and they have there's a beaver dam in the lake. It would just be the perfect lake for skating. I don't think it's ever going to freeze because it just doesn't get that cold here, but it would be a perfect little lake if it would freeze. But it's just a nice walk around the lake. It takes us about an hour, by the time we leave the house and walk to because the first time we drove to the lake, and then Scott was like, okay, that's pathetic. We need to walk to the lake. So we walk to the lake, and then we walk around, and then we walk home. So it's really nice. I need to be getting out for walks by myself. I just haven't done that yet. I get a bit of anxiety, I remember the first day I just walked down to our mailbox. It was I'm new here. Stuff like that just stresses me out. So, and I'm not about to walk around the lake by myself because there's like bears and things around here and I'm too scared to go. And the woods is kind of spooky. Like there's a big path and there's people constantly and there's people walking their dogs. Sorry. I'm like still trying to get over this damn cold. But there's people walking their dogs and there's houses nearby and stuff, but the woods kind of freaks me out a little bit. So I'll go with Scott and I'll go with the kids, but I don't like going by myself. So I can easily walk through the neighborhood. There's sidewalks, which is just a strange concept for us because we were without them for so long, risking our lives on the roads of Bermuda. But yeah, so I got to get out walking more and stuff and get exercising. But I'm just really glad I joined. And like I said, it worked for me before, and hopefully it'll work again. But I came home from the meeting and I felt like really good. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then I was like, oh, what do I eat? Because I'm just so used to like, oh, here's chips, that's easy. Oh, I'll just have a bagel, like whatever. But now I'm like, oh my God, I got to think about what I'm eating and think about your points and stuff. But what Weight Watchers has now is an app. I'm not going to drive you crazy with Weight Watchers. But anyway, there's an app and you can scan your food and stuff and you just do the like the code on your food and it'll tell you what the single serving is. It's brilliant. It's really cool. So you don't have to write anything down anymore. You can still track that way. But it's just on your app and you just enter in the food and you put in the quantity if you need to and it tracks your day. So I absolutely love it. Of course, my phone died this morning, so I had to like write down on a piece of paper that I had carrots and crackers, and I have to add it to my phone later. But anyway, I'm happy. I'm glad that I joined, and I really hope it works for me again, like it did last time. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'll update you and let you know how it's going. But anyway, so yeah, so I've just been working on my crafts, and I'm just going to work for a little bit longer. It's like 25 to 11. I'll work, and then I'll have my lunch. Because it's very important that I eat at home, because if not, I'll get outside and I'll find a drive-thru somewhere, and that's bad. But yeah, so I'll work till lunch, and then I'll take you guys with me, and we'll go to Marshall's, because I need to buy a lamp. Oh, what fun. And I don't know, you can see like kind of a little shopping area that's near us. You can see the hills and stuff in the distance, and it's neat. There's like, this area is Issaquah, and when you're down the hill, like we're up on this hill, but when you're down, I guess it's a valley, I don't know, but you're down below, there's a part where there's two hills that meet like this, and in the middle you can see Mount Rainier on a nice day, which it is today, so maybe we can drive down the hill, and maybe I'll go to Michael's just because I can. I love that. And I'm only like 20 minutes from a Joann's, which is exciting, so, and it's a Joann's with Michael's across the street. Enjoyable. And I found another Joann's the other day. Like, it's just like the land of Joann's. I'm very excited. And I love the fact that I could just go to a craft store whenever I want. Okay, I just feel I'm really babbly right now, so I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get back to work, and I'll be back, and we'll go shopping or driving around or something. Okay, I'll be back. I'll take you somewhere. It's a field trip, for God's sakes. Okay, see ya. Here we go on our field trip. I left it a little too late. Because I've got to go get the kids shortly. So, yeah. What I'm going to do is we're just going to drive up by where Marshall's and stuff is. Maybe we can run in for a minute, but I kept working, and then I had lunch, and then I cross-stitched, and then I called Apple about Bryn's computer, because her computer's been running slow, and we don't know why. So she's driving everybody crazy because she needs to use the other computer. So yeah, so we've got to take that in on the weekend, but we've got to do that on Sunday, and we're going to go to Bellevue Square. So that might be next week's field trip video, because I'll film it Sunday. And then we can go do that. There's a little pond here, and there's little duck things that go in it, but they're like white and black, and Bryn thinks they're puffins. So she's called it Puffin Lake. It's not a lake. And they're not puffins, but we just let her think they are. She's adorable. Look at my car. It's not stapled. There's no staples. It's so pretty. It's so nice to have a new car again. Oh my God, that other thing was a hunk of junk. So I'm going to try to turn the camera around when I get up to this shopping area. Oh my god, I've got no lipstick on. Yeah, it's pretty here with the hills and stuff. I kind of need the kids, like, with me to hold the camera. Just in case we get there and I have time to run in to get a lamp, which I really don't have time for. So much for my field trip today. Alright, so this whole area is a new area up here in Issaquah. I think it's about 2 years old or something. This over here on the left-hand side, that is the bus place. You can see buses there. That's where Scott gets the bus sometimes. That's how he comes home sometimes, but he kind of commutes most days with someone he works with, which works out fabulous because then I get to have the car. Yeah, it's called Grand Ridge Plaza, and you can start to see hills in the distance. We've got like hills, but you can see how it's like misty and stuff. I don't know why. And I might end up on the highway because I'm in the completely wrong lane. Okay, lady, you go ahead so I can come over. Push the gas. It'll be okay. Push the gas. No, you're okay. I'll push mine and then I can get in front of you. Here on the left is the Safeway. And it's nice out here because we have everything we need. There's a gas station right here. And I'll go straight ahead this way. Yeah, see these houses straight ahead, they're being worked on. I would totally like jump out with a tool belt and work on that. Although they look like they're bundled up really heavily today. So maybe not today, but I would like to do that some other day. No scooter drives around here. I'll take the car. Here we have Dick's Sporting Goods. And next door to that is Home Goods and Marshalls, which are joined together, which is very nice. All right, let's go find a lamp in the next 7 minutes. Can we do it? I think so. Let's go. Well, that was easy. We got a lamp in 7 minutes. Look at it. It has a rope base and it's nice and short because it's in our front window and I didn't want it's gonna fall over. I didn't want I'm gonna drive with this. Okay. We'll figure it out. I didn't want anything too high because I don't want people walking by and seeing like up under the lamp. Maybe it's just a weird thing to look for in a lamp, but yeah. Just looking at my backup camera because my car is so fancy. Oh my god, you guys are totally crooked. I'm sorry. My god, the other car was good for something. I could actually put the camera somewhere. Alright, here we go. So wasn't that an exciting field trip? We bought a lamp. Alright, let me just get organized here. Let me spin you around so you can see the area. So that's little shopping areas over there. And this is the movie theater. We saw Star Wars there. If you haven't seen it, it's a good movie. Yeah, so it's just a cute little area. It's not far from the house. There's a restaurant over there called Big Fish, and then the one that I said was called Ram. It was really good. Just kind of like, you know, like chicken fingers and sandwiches and salads. Oh, you're cute. You're okay. I'm not gonna run you over. And there's like, I don't know, half these stores. Chinois Sushi Bar and Grill. Oh, Bryn's been wanting sushi lately. I should tell her about that place. And there's Starbucks, and there's Jimmy John's, which I think is a Subway place. I don't know, like a sandwich place. And Seattle Suntan. I'm gonna have to go there at some point. I'm awfully pasty. And then we're back to the bus shelter. So there you go. That's what it's like up around here.